What's going on, guys? Seth here. I told you guys I was going to do a questionnaire video like Eric did, and mine won't be as fancy or with the camera on me or whatever. So let's just get into it. So the first question is, when you guys get a new sword, especially if it's been a while, what movie or anime or TV show or whatever do you guys like pop in to just kind of get set the mood or whatever? I'm going to answer these as I ask them. So with me, the first one is always 13 Assassins. That's just, to me, it's one of the best modern samurai films that you can possibly watch. It's great, good action, good directing, good quality. So moving right along, the second question is, what sword do you always come back to? So say you get like 4 or 5 different swords, and you're hyped up about them, and then the hype wears off, and then you go back to your rack or your safe or wherever you got them stored, and you're like, oh yeah, that's my baby. So that is the second question. I don't have many swords left in my collection right now, so my answer is going to be this one, the whatever the hell, the loose or whatever. Most trusted, number 3. What is your most trusted katana? I would love to say it's the Kanye Black Wasp, but unfortunately it hasn't been proven in cutting and banging around. So right now that's the HSTS Tsunami that I got from Eric. Number 4, most expensive, and this can be a sword that you own or currently own. Mine is the Motohara that I sold, that I'll be rebuying again soon. Not the same exact one, but same model, just whatever. All right, number 5. What is your fiddle sword? Like, what is the sword that that you get out the rack or the safe or whatever? You just want to fiddle around with it. Once again, my sword collection isn't where it needs to be, so this one gets that answer. Guilty pleasure. Like, I guess that could be your cheapest sword that you really enjoy, that you don't feel like flashing around because you feel if people make it like, that's a cheap sword or whatever. Once again, my collection isn't where it needs to be, but I have another sword coming. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow, and I haven't owned it yet. I've always wanted it. It's kind of cheap, but it was Will Keith's pretty much first sword review. So I kind of go ahead and give you guys a sneak peek or a preview. It is the Masahiro Shadow Warrior in white, and like I said, it's $80, but I always wanted it. I thought it was cool, so that'd probably be my answer to that question. What sword surprised you the most? It could be sharpness, it could be quality. Once again, collection is not where it needs to be. Right now, this is it right here. How do you store or display your swords? This is question number 8. I have a sword rack over there next to my knife rack, and my camera is gonna move tonight. Sorry, guys. But for my more expensive stuff, or when I run out of room, I have a gun safe to where it's kind of modified to hold swords up. So there you go. What is the sharpest sword? Mine is the Kanye Black Wasp. It always has been, and probably always will be. The way that thing just grabs and just digs into your skin and targets, it doesn't matter the geometry on whatever I get. Nothing compares to that. Even the Motohara I had, it wasn't as sharp. The Budos I had wasn't as sharp. It just, the way the thing is made, and just a little bit of stropping made it stupid sharp. So, best performing blade versus your favorite blade. I'm trying to go pretty quick. So that on my end is the same thing as the Kanye Black Wasp. But like I said, my collection is slim. If I had all my swords from years ago, that'd be a different answer. But as of right now, the answer to both those questions is my Kanye Black Wasp. Bucket list / goal sword. Question number 11. That would be my Motohara. I've already found it again on eBay, and I've already got plans to rebuy it. After that, it would be Nahonto. I don't know how else to answer that question. Uh, okay, here's a weird one. Number 12, what sword in your collection has cut you the most from just handling it? I don't currently have any swords that have really cut me. This one did kind of grab me, so it would probably be the loose, the lead, whatever it is. Again, um, so you guys can answer that question if you want to. If not, you can just hit pass, whatever. Um, Number 13, what is your 3-blade loadout? I can't remember where I was even going with that one, but I'm assuming it was if you had to walk outside into the world, zombie apocalypse, people are coming for you type of thing. So you only get 3 blades to choose. I would probably choose my Tsunami over this one because I know it so well and I trust it. My Spyderco PM2 and my K-Bar Modified Tanto would be my 3 blades. Okay, number 14 is a very good question. What is your next sword? Mine would be the Shadow Warrior, which is coming in. But as far as buying another one, until I'm ready for the Monohara, my Hanwei Bamboo Mat is the main one I want to rebuy. So that is my answer to number 14. Number 15, what is your daily everyday carry? And also your home everyday carry. And daily everyday carry obviously means what you wear. What do you carry in your pocket when you go outside? You go to work, you go to the store, you go to get gas, whatever. Mine consists of, before today, my PM2 by Spyderco and my Higo no Kami number 5. That's been changed to my Orella Decepticon and my PM2. As far as in the house, my PM2 stays in my waistband at all times. As far as blades. As far as guns, we won't get into that. Number 16, I have a few questions. So number 16 is an interesting one. How do your friends react to if you're a sword guy? Not necessarily a pocket knife guy, because everyone carries a pocket knife, or at least I would hope you would. But if you're a katana, excuse me, if you're a katana guy and you tell people, yeah, I collect swords, I do cutting, what is their reaction most of the time? With me, most of it is they don't really give a shit. I mean, to be honest, if I'm being honest, they don't care. They're like, oh. I have actually had people, ask me, well, how much are they? Are they real? And I've shown them some videos and they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. So tell me your experience on, how do your friends, and mainly your partners, like if you're at a relationship, how does your other partner feel? My fiance / wife to be is awesome with it. She doesn't really care, but she sees my passion in it and she respects it. So there you go. All right, number 17. I've only got like 3 more to go after this one, so I'm trying to go as fast as I can. If you were put in a position of where you were strapped for money, what is the last sword that you would sell? Like, you would die with this sword if you had to. I ain't talking about your sharpest, your best, like, what is the one that you would just, what, I'm going to sell everything else besides this sword until I'm on, death row, or I'm on my deathbed. With me, it's back to the Kanye Black Wasp, and because that's what happened to me. Money issues, shit like that. I lost everything. And the Black Wasp is the one I would not sell. All right, number 18 is another dark one. If you had to choose a sword to be buried with, well, to spend eternity in the grave with, if we're going there, what sword would it be? You can kind of guess where I'm going with this one. As far as with me, my Kanye Black Wasp, because it meant the most to me. All right, 3 more questions and then I'm done, guys. All right, so here's some more brighter questions. What was the first sword YouTuber or social media sword person that you came in contact with that made you want to get out there and cut? I had a few, and I keep coming back to Backyard Samurai, which is Ken. He and I have had our differences, but the guy's enthusiasm and just how he was having fun, talking shit, just having a blast out there. He was the one that got me off the couch, and I had a few swords at the time, and I was like, you know what? Let's go outside and cut. So, tell me who was your sword YouTuber that made you want to get out there and cut. It could be Vine, it could be TikTok, YouTube, Facebook video, whatever. Just, name a name. All right. Number 20. What is your best cut? I had this question asked me on, well, not asked to me, but it was on Eric's page. If I had to name one cut that was my best besides bottles, it would be the Mizugashi I did on tatami mats with my mask katana. It's been like 6 years ago now. But I've had several cuts that I could probably never duplicate on purpose, which were empty bottle statics. I've had a couple of triples that I've landed, but most of those were luck. But the Mitsugashi was actually on purpose. I knew what I was doing. I knew the results before I started, and I knew what I could possibly do. When you get statics on empties, it's like, what the fuck? You try it again, of course, you just slap it away or you don't get it. But Mizugashi on mats is something that you can practice at and get good at it. So there's my answer for that one. Grail, and number 21 is, what is your grail sword / end all? So what is your, what is your goal as far as sword collecting? Like, what is the one sword, if you got today or tomorrow morning, whatever, that you would say, you know what, I am good for now? And to me, that would be my Motohara back again. Because once I had that sword a couple of years ago, I was done. I didn't give a fuck about buying any more swords, but since I lost everything because of a bad relationship, it got me back into it. But being honest, with modern katanas the way they are and shit like that, the Motohara is my grail sword and all. So once I'm back up to that level and I have that again, I will probably stop collecting. And if I don't, it's going to be cheaper, lower swords than that. And I look forward to you guys' answers on these questions. If you reply with a video, put it down in the comments. If you reply with a comment, just put it in the comment. Some good questions, I think. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.